How do you do? I'm very happy to have this personal visit with you. Won't you be seated, please?
Hello, my friend. I want you to lean in for a moment because what you are about to hear is not ordinary advice. It is a principle that quietly governs success and failure, growth and decline, strength and regret. Right now, at this very second, your life is already moving. Not slowly, not later, now. Whether you realize it or not, you are standing inside a powerful force that is shaping your habits, your confidence, your income, your relationships, and your future. That force is momentum. And once you understand how it works, you will never look at your days, your delays, or your decisions the same way again. Most people believe progress begins when they feel ready. They wait for confidence. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. But momentum does not wait. It responds only to motion. You are either building momentum toward a stronger life or you are building momentum toward quiet regret. There is no neutral ground. Look at your own days, the way you wake up, the speed of your morning, the tone of your thoughts, the habits you repeat, the things you delay. That is your future being written in slow motion, not by luck, not by talent, by momentum. Here is the truth most people never realize. Your smallest action today is more powerful than your biggest intention for tomorrow, because momentum is born from motion, not intention. A river does not become strong because it wants to. It becomes strong because it keeps moving, even when it is narrow, shallow, and quiet. Your life works the same way. The first step may feel insignificant, but once it moves, it begins to pull the next step, and the next step pulls the next. And suddenly, your effort feels lighter, not because life became easier, but because motion began to carry you forward. Momentum is the invisible hand that either lifts your life or drags it down. Most people are not failing. They are drifting. They drift into habits. They drift into comfort. They drift into debt. They drift into disappointment. They drift into years that all feel the same. Drift feels calm at first, but drift is silent decay. Momentum is the opposite of drift. Momentum creates urgency without panic. Momentum creates discipline without pressure. Momentum creates clarity without force, and you do not need a dramatic life overhaul to build it. You need one deliberate move that you repeat. One, not 1,000 promises, not a perfect plan, not a long speech to yourself. One move you actually do, because your mind does not respond to what you say you will do. It responds to what you prove. Every time you take a small action, you send a message to your own mind. I move, I act, I follow through, and slowly your identity begins to change. Action becomes normal. Discipline becomes familiar. Progress becomes expected. This is the momentum law. Motion creates belief. Belief creates confidence. Confidence creates speed. Speed creates results. Results lock in your new identity. This is how ordinary people become unstoppable. Quietly, consistently, without announcing it. But momentum has another side. The same force that can lift your life can also bury it. Every time you delay what you know you should do, every time you choose comfort over discipline, every time you say, I will start later, you are not standing still. You are building momentum, just in the wrong direction. And negative momentum feels harmless at first. It feels like rest. It feels like comfort. It feels like a small delay until it becomes habits, until it becomes years, until it becomes regret. Then one day you look up and wonder when your life became smaller. That is not bad luck. That is momentum at work. You do not break negative momentum by thinking differently. You break it by moving differently. One new action can interrupt a decade of drift, not because it fixes everything, but because it changes direction, and direction is destiny. If you want your life to rise, your actions must rise first. You do not wait to feel ready. You move and let readiness catch up. You do not wait for motivation. You move and let motivation chase you. You do not wait for confidence. You move and let confidence be built by proof. Every day, ask yourself one question. What is the smallest action that moves me forward today? Not the most impressive, not the most difficult. The smallest one you will actually do. Do it early. Do it before excuses speak. Do it before comfort negotiates with you. Because the first action of your day sets the direction of your momentum. Win the first 5 minutes, and the next hours become easier. Lose the first 5 minutes, and the day begins to drag you instead of carry you. This is how strong lives are built, quietly, consistently, without drama. Once momentum is on your side, you no longer need to fight yourself. Your own motion becomes your fuel. You begin to crave progress. You feel uncomfortable staying still. You protect your habits because they protect your future. And suddenly, your life no longer feels heavy. It feels like movement. It feels like purpose. It feels like direction. You begin to notice that opportunities find you more often. People trust you more. Your confidence grows not from speeches, but from proof, because the world responds to motion the same way your mind does. Motion signals seriousness. Motion signals readiness. Motion signals leadership. And leadership always attracts more doors than excuses ever could. Right now, you are standing at a crossroads you do not see. One road leads to comfort that slowly shrinks your life. The other leads to motion that slowly expands it. Neither road announces itself. Both feel small at the start, but one ends in regret. The other ends in strength. Your next action chooses the road, not your plans, not your words, your next action. Do not wait for tomorrow to change your direction. Tomorrow is built by what you do today. Stand up inside yourself. Decide once, move once, then repeat. Because the moment you move, momentum begins. And once momentum begins, your life will never feel the same again. Your future is already in motion. Make sure it is moving toward the life you were meant to live. And so, as you leave this moment, remember this. You do not rise by waiting. You rise by moving. You do not build a future by wishing. You build it by acting. Every great life you admire did not begin with perfection. It began with motion. One step, one choice, one disciplined decision repeated again and again. Your next small action is not small at all. It is the beginning of your next chapter. Let today be the day your direction changes. Let this be the moment your momentum turns. Move now and let your future catch up to you.